everybody, welcome to my video blog. I am choosing to share a topic with you, and for those of you that don't know me, my name is Laura Obando, also known as Obando Girl. Today I'm going to be sharing with you about being dyslexic, and this is something that is near and dear to my heart because I myself am dyslexic. And for those of you that don't know what being dyslexic or dyslexia is, it's a neurological disorder that you are born with. It makes reading, writing, spelling, those things are very, very difficult. They're not things that cannot be overcome, but it just makes learning them a little bit harder and makes you put forth a little bit more effort. I will tell you that I hope this video helps either you or somebody that you know that has dyslexia, maybe for a better understanding, or maybe gives you some insight in, if you think you have it, go talk to your doctor and see what they say. When I was younger, I can remember they always had the reading groups in school. They always had the really good reading groups, and then they had the reading group that needed some extra help. I was always in the one that needed extra help. It wasn't until a teacher said something to my mom that they had me tested to see why I had such a hard time learning how to read. That's when they told me that I was dyslexic. I can remember the time when my mom told me, because she had called me into her bedroom and she had told me. She had tears in her eyes when she told me, and not for the sense that I had it, but I think for just the fact of the unknown, the fear of the unknown for her child and what I would have to overcome. As I went through school, especially my elementary years, were extremely difficult. Doing homework assignments, understanding what the schoolwork instructions were asking, different things like that became very difficult. I would become very frustrated and cry very often, and I almost became very insecure as a younger person and as a young child. I had teachers that, straight to my face called me stupid. I had teachers that wrote rude comments. Now, not to say that every teacher does those things, but unfortunately there were the select few that chose to make some not so nice choices. As I went through middle school, things got a little bit better. They put me in the special education program, but I was never actually in a special education room. I was always kind of in a teamed teach classroom, which is just where they had an extra teacher on hand, and there would be a handful of kids that were like myself. They either maybe were like ADD, learning disabled of some sort, or dyslexic like myself, that we would just have someone for some extra support. As I got into high school, we had an amazing program at my high school and an amazing teacher that helped us through. There was a group of us that she would just spend time after time after time with us and helping us get through our schoolwork. And it was amazing. It actually got to the point where it actually started building our confidence in the group of kids that I was with. We would actually be taken out of a room for a test so we could have a quiet testing area. Or they would give us more time, and the kids used to ask us, "Why do you get to leave the room?" And we would just finally tell them, "Because we're special." And, the amazing part is we were special. And as I progressed through high school, I really learned that I had to be my own advocate, and that I had to advocate for my wants and my needs. In high school, they really they love you and they prepare you to get through graduation. College is a whole nother ball game. College for me was quite a struggle, not having that support. It took me a long time, but I got through my bachelor's degree. It took me 7 years. I took classes on and off. I even had to make up a class or two, but I got through it. Being dyslexic is not something that's going to hinder you in life. It's something that's going to make you appreciate things more. I used to think that being dyslexic was such a burden and more of a curse that, it was almost kind of like a, why me type thing. And as I grew stronger from it and I learned to just deal with it, I learned that it was more so a blessing. Being dyslexic opened my eyes to things. And, we still make jokes every now and then. And no, even as an adult, being 30 years old, my brain still does not work like most people would. I do things a little bit differently. I may take the long way to go somewhere because I know how to get there that way. versus another way. Things that I say, things that I do, sometimes my words come out backwards. I can remember a time when we were doing an art project for the kids at Christmas time, and we were supposed to do silver bells, and I had cut out letters and we put glitter on them, and I had hung them up in the area for everybody to see, and I got my letters mixed up, and I ended up putting up sliver bells. So the girls would walk through the hallways, and we just made a joke about it. You know, we'd all joke, and they all go, sliver bells. It becomes just another part of your day. And you learn to just kind of go with the flow. And as an adult, I've learned to just kind of be upfront with being dyslexic. My bosses know, the girls I work with know, and it's not a big deal. I make a mistake, we just keep going. And that's the beauty of it. As I continue and encourage other people, one of the things I've noticed, and one of the reasons I'm doing this vlog, is that dyslexia is not really something that's really still spoken about. It was not really widely known about back in the 80s and the 70s. And in the 90s, when I was a young child, still they didn't know a whole lot about it. You were kind of given a list of famous people and, oh, they have dyslexia too, look what they did. Well, either these famous people are dead, or your chances of talking to them are very slim. So I decided that I was going to put myself out there in hopes to either help you personally or to help somebody you know. I will tell you this, dyslexia has made me who I am today, and I think it's made me a better person. It's opened my eyes to realize that there is a diversity among people and how they learn. I had people tell me I couldn't learn music, that I never would be able to speak a second language, and that I couldn't do a lot of other things, like run a cash register for a business, different things like that. I can tell you now that I do all those things. I may make a mistake here and now, but in the end we fix it, no big deal. What I want you to understand is someone that is dyslexic just needs to learn they need to overcome. It's not that they're going to ever learn how to do things exactly the way you do them. They're always going to do things a little bit differently, and that's okay. Each one of us is created unique, and it's a beautiful thing. So I encourage you, if you are dyslexic yourself, to take pride and know that you are made special. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video blog that I have shared with you guys today. Don't forget, check out my Facebook page, Obando Girl. And don't forget to check out the website, obandogirl.com. Drop me an email, drop me a line. Let me know what you think. See you later.